So this is part 2, but I've lost some of the footage for this one, so it's going to be a small part 2 and then we'll move on to part 3. So in this picture you just see my order. Got the G3 Flex and a couple of different mounts, not sure which one I'm going to use just yet. I've also got the G4 Pro and a Nano HD, and my G4 Bullet is not in this picture for some reason. I'm not sure where that is, it might have been in the previous order. Got my surge protectors and another SFP for me 150 watt switch. So this is where I lost some of the footage, so it jumped straight into me crimping me cables. Just a quick update, that's what they look like. So just putting the cable on, got the right order, and it's the order that's on the tool. So yeah, it's the fruit hole one, so it makes it quite easy to do because you can put the insulation right up the end of the connector, and then yeah, it looks lovely. They come out really good. Could be a bit awkward, but put the cable in there, put the cables through, squeeze that with one hand, let go, and then you have a nice perfect cable, which I can't get out with one hand. And there we go. Once it focuses, beautiful. So here's the quick update. I have run a cable in the loft, plugged in a cable tester, put an RJ45 on it. That goes up. It goes up that hole there. And then to find the cable, to bring the cable in the right spot, I just put a screwdriver through the plasterboard, lifted up the insulation, and I could see the screwdriver, and I just poked the cable through. There we go, that's the bracket and cable up, ready for the AP. There we go, screwed it all up, done, firing up, beautiful. So here in this picture, these are the cables coming out of my little server room. The cable on the left is going off to my camera in the front. The 3 yellow cables, one of them's going to the access point in my bedroom, which you saw earlier in the video, and the other 2 cables are going to the 2 cameras in the back garden, one on the shed and one, I don't think I've actually got any footage of it, but one on the side of the house as well. Right, so today I'm going to attempt to make this cable a bit neater, so I'm going to hopefully tack that up there out the way, because this is where it's currently run. Just sort of, let's go this way, the sun's a bit bright, just dangling down there, goes under the stones into a bit of conduit which goes under the path and then comes out just in there, and this is what I'm going to use to do it, hopefully. So I've got various cable tacks, so hopefully those are big enough, or those were big enough to hold this in place. Got some little cable tack things and some slightly bigger ones, zip ties, hammer, etc. So yes, I want to have a go at fitting all this and making that cable run a little bit neater. Here's a quick picture of the conduit going under the path. We pulled up the slab, run a bit of hard plastic conduit, and put the cable through that to protect it a little bit. Right, quick little update. I've been slowly feeding the cable into this. That's going up there now, so I've got a little bit more to do. Yeah, I'll come back once it's done. Right, another quick little update. So there's my underground sort of conduit, and that's this, I guess, more conduit going into there with all the cable wrapped around. That took absolutely ages. That was an awful job, but that is now done. So now I'll come back once it's all tacked up. Lovely. Right, quick little update. So I've tacked them all along there. Don't really know what to do with that, but that'll do for now. It's better than what it was. That goes down there pretty neatly, I think. Underneath there, down the pipe. I'm going to get black zip ties for that. But yeah, I think that looks quite neat. That'll do. Right, so today I'm going to have a go at wiring in my Ethernet surge protector. So these are some of the tools you're going to need. Well, I use. So I've got me crimpers, me wire strippers, and me side cutters to cut off the connectors. Got some crimps, the surge protector of course. So I'm going to use the knife, which I've not got with me. So I'm going to use the knife to, once these are cut off, to cut down the side very carefully, and then extract the wires inside. I would be very careful with that, but that's what I do, that's what works for me, but be careful because you could slip and cut yourself. So I will cut these off, use the knife, slice down there, pull the little wires out, and then I'll go to the next stage. So this is what it looked like. There's the insulation, there's the internal wires. I'm just going to use one of these wires. I might as well use the earth wire, attach it to my crimps. I'll take another video when I get there. Right, so I've used my wire strippers. I've stripped off a little bit of the wire. That's now poking through the connector. I probably could have done with a blue one, it's a bit tight. So I'll just crimp this down and then we'll go outside. Also, I forgot to mention, I'll probably end up soldering that just to make it that little bit more weather resistant. We'll see how that goes, but I don't know if that's completely necessary or whether this is even the right thing to do, but that's what I'm doing, and hopefully you'll have some comments if I should be doing something differently. But yeah, I'm going to solder that to make it a little bit more resistant. Right, now that is crimped. I have double crimped that. Just going to add the solder, and then I'm ready to go outside. Right, just showing you what I've done to earth the surge protector in the shed. So I've got a copper stake, well, it's steel with copper coated, that's bolted to there nice and tight. Cable going into the shed. That's what that camera looks like on the shed. I know it's a bit crappy, but it will do. It's not really necessary, they're waterproof, so that's where that goes off to the camera. And yes, all this cable I'm probably gonna re-crimp it because it's too much, but the earthing comes through there, goes up here into the Ubiquity surge protector. So that's the camera, that goes off to my switch, which goes off underneath the path. All that's going to be tidied up soon, and that's where the little earth goes, and that's bolted on there nice and solidly. And yeah, that will provide the, hopefully, surge protection. The chance of actually getting striked is probably nil, but why not? I think they only cost me like £8 or something, and the earth rod cost me about a £5 from a local electronics store. So yeah, that's that done now, and I've got another one I'm going to mount indoors. Right, that's all the cameras wired in, that's the earth rodding done. Hopefully it's all okay, and thank you for watching.